right, let's chit chat for a minute. So I want to come on here and talk with you guys about how we're going to start taking YouTube more serious again and posting. And don't mind the way I look. I've had the stomach bug for the past few days. We've had the norovirus or whatever it's called. The babies, all three, had it at first. And I was not even going to lie. The night before I got it, I was like, we dodged it. How did we dodge this bullet? Woke up at 4 a.m, puking my guts out. It was awful. So that was yesterday. And today I'm still kind of queasy and weird. But I did make homemade dumplings. I will post a picture of these and show them to y'all because I cannot wait to eat them. I'm starving, actually. But I'm scared to eat at the same time. But I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys because I need springtime in my life. I need sunshine and warm weather and baby animals and baby chickens. And so I told my husband the goal always was to share what we grew here, what we done here, and take you guys along on the journey. We had a greenhouse we done for a while, which we missed so bad. We just don't have the ground here. So we, in the past 2 weeks, have accepted my husband, but we are as one. He accepted a pastor position at a church in Kentucky. I don't want to say too close to where we are. And I'm so excited. I mean, if you watch our videos, you're going to see where it's at. But we are so excited about that. And we have actually found 100 acres up there that we want to potentially go look at when this weather breaks a little bit. But I want to talk to you guys about incubating. And we have raised a little bit of everything. And I want to raise something different and unique again. And we've done emus, and they were probably the most unique animal we've raised here. We've done long-haired sheep, bighorn sheep, whatever you want to call them. We've done hair sheep. We've done every kind of goat you can think of. I love goats so much. I'm highly, highly allergic to goats and rabbits. So they are they're hard for me. And then the emus I loved. I have coons. I love them. My mama actually just surprised me about a week ago before this bad weather came with babies. Had no idea. She wasn't even showing pregnancy. We raised German short hair pointers and beagles. And so I'm pretty good at keeping up with when things are in heat, when things are bred. And that was one of them oopsie situations. And it was not a good birth. I'm not going to lie. She ended up having 7, and out of 7, only 3 made it. And we done everything possible we could to keep them alive, to keep them warm. Oh my goodness, she had one that I had to help her with. It still had the bag on it. And when it came out, it was laying there. And she had all the other ones. And you could tell she was so stressed. So we got the bag off of it, like trying to help. I got the nasal sucker from my kids. And I suctioned its nose and mouth. And it started to breathe. It started to squeal. And I thought, we saved this pig. And no, we didn't, unfortunately. We had one that was pretty much frozen when we found him. Brought it in, thawed it out. I hate to say it like that. And he was doing fantastic. And so I ended up taking him out because we had somewhere to be that night. And he ended up passing. I don't remember where we had to be that. Oh, we had movie tickets. And so everything was good. She had labored and delivered, and we knew she was done. So we had movie tickets, and we went, and we thought everything was fine. And it just wasn't. But anyways, back to the subject, because I can get off subject talking about all this. I want to raise something unique and different, especially if we get to buy 100 acres and take you along on that journey and raise things there. And I'm really thinking about doing emus again. I would love to find a good hatchery or somebody. I know used to. I don't know if you guys have ever watched White House on the Hill. I love them. They would buy them off eBay. I'm pretty sure. I'm not positive. But anyways, I really want to try to raise emus again. I'll drop some pictures in this video of the emus we had before. It's really sad, actually. So about 4 years ago, we had terrible storms that were coming through. And they had their own pen they were in, but it had metal T-post. And lightning struck one of them metal T-posts in a tree beside it. When it did, it surged through all the metal fencing in their metal building went into our barn. It blew the circuit board off the barn. It messed up our refrigerator and stove. It was really bad, but it traumatized one of them. And within days, if not a week, it had just stopped everything and it just died. It was so hard because we had 2 of them we had raised from babies, and we lost the female. And then the male, I ended up letting him out, and he went everywhere with us. It was like having a dog. Like, UPS and everybody loved when they got here, because instead of a dog running out to you, we had an emu that was just running around our yard, and he didn't go nowhere. He'd try to come in the house with us. He was so sweet. We couldn't let him in here because our floors are slick. And if emus get splayed legs, it's terrible. And a lot of times it's hard to recover them from that. Or it can be. But anyways, we just all loved them. We ended up losing him probably 2 or 3 months after we lost her. He was in the chicken area at the time before. That's a story for another time too. We raised specialty chickens of every sorts. We had calico Cochin Bantams. We had silkies in every color, and we had them all color coordinated. And I done it because I loved it. I wasn't doing it to make money. I done it because I truly loved it, and I loved the people I met. It's the same thing for raising dogs for me. I only raise 1 litter a year of pointers because I genuinely love the breed so incredibly much. I love researching and learning new things about the breed, and I love the people we meet that buy pointers. You got to be a special kind of person to love certain kind of dogs, and I feel like pointers and huskies are like, they have this certain character about them that you just, I don't know. But we had a weasel come in, and we tried, and we lost everything in 3 nights. It was terrible, actually. We lost like a $3,000 to $5,000 setup in 2 or 3 nights, and we had it fixed to where we've been here 7 years and never had that problem. And so we had like your coons or your possums try to get into your regular chickens, but never our specialty chickens. So anyways, my husband was back there working on the chicken area, and that emu was in there with him, and they love shiny stuff. If you've ever been around an emu, if you got earrings, your eyeballs, my son's eyes, they loved his eyes, and they will pluck at anything shiny. And my husband didn't think about it, and he had a box of screws out there, and he said he turned around to see what he was doing because he was always with everybody, and we knew just like keep our eye on him. And he turned around to look at him, and he was picking them screws up and just throwing them back, like eating them. And we called the vet. There was no right way for him to pass them without pain and things like that. And so we ended up losing him too, which was so traumatic for us. And so I want to raise something different and fun, and I want to take you all along with me. And so we have a GQF incubator, and it holds 240 eggs. So I need recommendations on chicken breeds. I want some good laying hens that are pretty. And I can't think of the name of them right now, that lay the dark chocolate egg. It just went out of my head. But drop me some chicken recommendation eggs, some hatchery recommendations. And if you've ever bought emu eggs online, let me know. The lady we got our emus from, we got them from her in Springfield as babies, which I'm going to blow your mind for a minute. When we started looking, I looked up emus for sale around Kentucky, and I found this lady through a foundation, and I ended up reaching out to her just to learn more about emus, and she still raised them. She still had so many of them. They ate them. They made like lotions and things out of them. They done all kinds of stuff with them. They took them to different areas and showed them. It was really neat getting to know her. Unfortunately, she had gotten a brain tumor, and I'm not sure. We kept in contact with her. We ended up going back and getting a second emu from her, but we knew when we got him, he had a splayed leg, and she couldn't guarantee it, so she just gave it to us because of what had happened to ours. And my daughter's crazy. And he ended up not making it, and we took that chance. But anyways, we got them emus for $100 a piece. Baby emus. And they were perfect. It was just, sometimes when you're raising animals, like, I feel like if you've had animals and you're truly working with them and raising them, you never know what might happen. Farm life is just wild sometimes. And anyways, with that being said, let me know what you guys think we should raise, because I want to fill the incubator up here soon for spring. We've built a brand new chicken coop area. We have it way away from where we did have it. We have it locked down, and then we have dogs around it. So hopefully, I know they are super creepy little animals, weasels, minks, whatever you want to call them, that can get into just about anything. I hope we have a situation fixed up that can never happen again, because that was traumatizing for me. My son went down to check on the chickens, and they just love going down there and playing with my big hens. And he went down there. He went down there, and he come back, and he's like, "Mommy, your chickens are dead." And I was like, "Garrett, don't play with me like that." And he was like, "No, I'm serious." And I just look at him, and go for a minute. Okay? She's over there like chewing food with her mouth open. I get so distracted. But anyways, he's like, "No, I'm serious." And I just look at my husband, and I'm like, "No." And I go down there, and everything we had color coordinated in the back had been killed. And I've always said, if a predator is going to get on you and kill something, I'd rather them eat it than just like play or, and they didn't do nothing to them. They just killed them. They didn't even take their heads off like people said they would. So anyways, I'm going to end this video because my husband and my kids are coming in to eat dinner. Let me know what you think.